For decades, commercial aviation has transcended political boundaries, connecting people and cultures across continents. It fostered global trade, tourism, and cultural exchange. The miracle of flight, once a luxury, became an everyday reality, weaving a complex web of interconnectivity. This delicate network, however, relies on a foundation of peace and stability, an often unspoken truth brought into sharp focus by recent geopolitical upheavals. The ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and between Israel and Palestine serve as stark reminders of aviation's vulnerability. These conflicts have exposed the fragility of the carefully constructed system of international air travel. They have also highlighted the profound and far-reaching consequences for the aviation industry and the world it connects. These conflicts, though geographically distant, send ripples across the interconnected global airspace. They force us to confront a sobering question: can aviation, a symbol of global unity, continue to thrive in a world increasingly defined by division and conflict? The outbreak of conflict in Ukraine sent shockwaves through the aviation industry. Ukrainian airspace was immediately closed, disrupting air routes between Europe and Asia. This closure forced airlines to reroute flights, adding significant time and fuel costs to their operations. The grounding of flights had immediate and severe economic consequences for airlines. The conflict's impact extended beyond Ukraine's borders. Western sanctions against Russia led to reciprocal bans on Russian airlines using European and North American airspace. This restriction further disrupted air travel and escalated tensions between Russia and the West. The aviation industry became entangled in a web of geopolitical maneuvering. The conflict in Israel and Palestine, though smaller in scale, also had a significant impact on aviation. The volatile security situation led to temporary airport closures and flight cancellations, disrupting travel plans for thousands. The conflict highlighted the vulnerability of aviation infrastructure to attacks and the constant need for heightened security measures. The closure of Ukrainian and Russian airspace forced airlines to make significant adjustments to their flight paths. Flights between Europe and Asia, which previously traversed these regions, had to be rerouted, adding thousands of miles to their journeys. The increased flight times resulted in higher fuel consumption and operational costs for airlines. Airlines operating in the Middle East also faced challenges. The conflict between Israel and Palestine made it necessary for airlines to avoid flying over conflict zones, leading to longer flight times and increased fuel costs. These disruptions highlighted the interconnectedness of global airspace and the ripple effects of regional conflicts. These rerouting measures, while necessary for safety, have economic and environmental consequences. Longer flight times translate to higher fuel consumption, increasing airlines' operating costs and carbon footprint. The aviation industry is actively exploring ways to mitigate these impacts, but finding efficient solutions remains a challenge. The ripple effects of these conflicts extend far beyond the immediate regions involved. The global aviation industry is facing a confluence of challenges, including rising fuel prices, supply chain disruptions, and geopolitical uncertainty. These factors have put significant pressure on airlines, already operating on thin margins. The war in Ukraine has exacerbated these challenges, leading to a surge in fuel prices and disrupting supply chains for aircraft parts and materials. Airlines have been forced to pass on some of these increased costs to passengers through higher airfares, potentially dampening demand for air travel. The conflicts have also highlighted the interconnectedness of the global aviation industry. Sanctions and airspace closures have disrupted supply chains, impacted aircraft leasing agreements, and created uncertainty for airlines worldwide. The long-term consequences of these disruptions are still unfolding. Section 5. A new era of risk, ensuring the unpredictable. The conflicts in Ukraine and Israel have underscored the volatile nature of geopolitical risk for the aviation industry. Insurance companies, which provide coverage for airlines against a range of risks, including war and terrorism, are reassessing their exposure in conflict zones. The destruction of a Malaysian Airlines flight over Ukraine in 2014 serves as a stark reminder of the devastating human and financial costs of conflict. This tragedy led to a reassessment of risk assessments for airlines operating in or near conflict zones. Insurance premiums for airlines operating in high-risk regions have skyrocketed, adding another layer of cost to an already burdened industry. The increased risk has made it more challenging and expensive for airlines to secure insurance coverage. This situation could lead to reduced flight availability to certain regions, particularly those deemed high risk. The aviation industry is grappling with how to manage these evolving risks and ensure the safety and sustainability of air travel. Section 6. The rise of isolation, fragmentation of the global sky. The current geopolitical climate raises concerns about the potential fragmentation of global airspace. The tit-for-tat airspace closures and sanctions imposed during the Ukraine conflict highlight the risk of a more divided and less interconnected world. This fragmentation could have significant implications for the future of aviation. A fragmented airspace would mean longer flight times, higher costs, and reduced connectivity. It would also hinder international cooperation and collaboration in areas such as aviation, safety, and security. The aviation industry, built on the principles of globalization and interconnectedness, faces the risk of being reshaped by geopolitical tensions. The potential for a more fragmented airspace underscores the importance of diplomacy and international cooperation. Finding ways to de-escalate conflicts and maintain open lines of communication is crucial for the future of aviation and the preservation of a globally connected world. Section 7. Innovation under pressure, the need for resilience. The challenges facing the aviation industry are driving innovation and adaptation. Airlines are exploring new technologies and strategies to mitigate the impacts of conflict and geopolitical instability. These innovations are crucial for ensuring the long-term viability of the industry. One area of focus is the development of more fuel-efficient aircraft. Airlines are investing in new aircraft designs and technologies that reduce fuel consumption and emissions. This innovation is not only environmentally beneficial, but also helps to mitigate the impact of volatile fuel prices. In addition to technological advancements, airlines are also exploring new operational strategies. This exploration includes optimizing flight routes, improving air traffic management systems, and collaborating with other airlines to share resources and reduce costs. These innovations are essential for creating a more resilient and sustainable aviation industry. Section 8. The uncertain horizon, navigating the future of flight. The aviation industry stands at a crossroads, facing unprecedented challenges and uncertainties. The conflicts in Ukraine and Israel have exposed the fragility of global airspace and the interconnectedness of the aviation ecosystem. The future of aviation depends on how the industry adapts to this new reality. Geopolitical instability is likely to remain a significant factor in the years to come. The aviation industry must develop strategies to manage these risks effectively. This management includes diversifying routes, strengthening partnerships, and investing in technologies that enhance resilience. The industry must also prioritize sustainability. As the world transitions to a low-carbon economy, aviation needs to reduce its environmental footprint. Investing in sustainable aviation fuels, developing more fuel-efficient aircraft, and optimizing operations are crucial steps in this direction. Section 9. Cooperation or conflict, a defining choice for aviation. The future of aviation hinges on a fundamental choice: cooperation or conflict. A world defined by geopolitical tensions and fragmentation will create significant challenges for the aviation industry. Conversely, a world that embraces diplomacy, cooperation, and multilateralism will foster a more stable and prosperous future for aviation. The International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, a specialized agency of the United Nations, plays a vital role in promoting cooperation and setting global standards for aviation safety, security, and efficiency. Strengthening the ICAO's mandate and fostering greater international cooperation through this body is essential for navigating the challenges ahead. The aviation industry, by its very nature, transcends national borders. It is a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the potential for global cooperation. Preserving the connectivity and benefits of aviation requires a collective commitment to dialogue, diplomacy, and a shared vision for a more peaceful and interconnected world. Section 10. Conclusion: blue skies ahead or turbulence. The aviation industry faces a turbulent future. Geopolitical conflicts, economic uncertainty, and the pressing need for sustainability pose significant challenges. However, the industry has a remarkable history of resilience, innovation, and adaptation, The choices made today will determine the trajectory of aviation for decades to come. Embracing cooperation, investing in sustainability, and fostering a spirit of innovation will be crucial for navigating the challenges ahead. The future of aviation, much like the world it connects, hangs in the balance. Whether the skies ahead are clear or turbulent depends on our collective ability to build a more peaceful, sustainable, and interconnected world. The future of aviation is not merely about technological advancements or economic forecasts. It is about our shared commitment to a future where the miracle of flight continues to connect us all.